Oh my goodness. Last week, before Spurs, Pep said how the games before the international break are seen as preseason games. Here it is again, in case you missed
That is
it.
our preseason before Wolves, now this week, and after Spurs, before Brighton, and before international break is our preseason. And
It is our preseason. Nobody wants to hear those things, though. The truth hurts sometimes. We all want to see City hit the heights of the last decade after a unfortunate season. Yeah, let's call it that. Pep has said he's seeing beautiful things from the players in training. Media asked him, hey, are what you're seeing anything like the Centurions, the treble winners, the 4 Premier Leagues in a row, squads of yesteryear? Tell us something good.
a great team. You make we are going to be the fit, no? When you compare with Centurions of 4 titles, 4 domestic trophies and trebles, and 4 Premier Leagues in a row. So we're going to lose. I'm not thinking, but before the Centurions or these titles, this period, I didn't know. In that moment, we had moments like it was down. So we're not, never is linear, like everything is the same. But there are things that I like. That is maybe in 2 months I go say how wrong I was. Yeah, maybe now. But what I see since when we travel to States in the World Cup and happen are things that I said, I like few things that I recognize. When you make a good season, that doesn't mean win titles. Make a good season is for that principles, and that's why.
I recognize when you make a good season, that doesn't mean win titles. Make a good season is for the principles. That makes sense. Winning as a mentality, learning, embracing Pep's tactics in a way that becomes like breathing. You do it without thinking. Okay, that takes time, but Pep, yeah, how much time do we need before we start seeing those principles applied in real time?
You will see through the results when you will be able to make 4, 5, 6 games in a row winning or competing well or being stable in many departments, concede few, create much more. When we have game by game, concede few, create more, concede few, create more and more. And after that, I said, our consistency is back.
Progress can't be scheduled, no timetable. He says when the team wins 4 or 5 games in a row, but then he backtracks a little bit and downgrades that to competing well, and then backtracks and downgrades it again to being stable in many departments. Last season, we watched the club and Pep in real time learn how cooked the squad was. For months, Pep talked about how bloated the roster was, how players he thought he could depend on have lost the dog in them. Our first segment in the show is final transfers, and later we will discuss the loss to Brighton. So I guess let's focus on the perspective of the City fan base. The vibes are not immaculate. I'll speak for myself. I am bummed. I'm big bummed. I am BBL big bummed. Oh my goodness. See, you got me talking wild, City. Like, this is where I am. I apologize. My show bros. This is your chance to help me find a smile, see some positivity, possibly. We'll see. We'll see. What are your words of wisdom, of encouragement, of support, of truth to help me find calm during this international break? Derek, what you got?
You're probably better off listening to Charlie, man. At the end of the day, it's only week 3, something like that. So match day 3. So I guess if I were to tell you anything, it would be don't do anything too soon. Whether that's get too high, get too low. With a lot of incoming new players, there's always a certain amount of transition that we are going through, and we just have to be okay with that. I think we can and should expect it will continue to improve. And December we're going to look a lot different than we do today. And a lot of the hand wringing and weeping and gnashing of teeth is going to be for naught. So, just hang in there. I guess let time do what it do. Charlie got something better for you, though.
I'm not sure if he does.
I mean, it can't get much better. All I was going to say was today, as we recorded September 1st, 2025. And this season, I believe, goes until May 24th, 2026. That's a long time, y'all. It's a whole school year. So therefore, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You can't ask for a bunch of changes and then expect instant success. It rarely happens that way. So we have done the squad rebuild, which we knew was coming, and it happened, as we'll talk about soon. And now we have to build. You can't just go win. So you take your lumps early and you stay the course. That's all you can do.
See, Sharpie said, quit your whining and pick yourself up off the boost with your bootstraps. That's what he just told me. He said, oh, are you sad? Are you saying can't and won't? Do some push-ups. Oh. All right. Let's have some fun.
You know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang, shady gang.
Hey, and welcome to Season 5, Episode 147 of Shades of Blue.
This is culturally inappropriate.
We are the most comprehensive show about Manchester City, covering both the men's and women's game, spanning both sides of the Mason-Dixon line. We making art over here, capitalize the A. I am Crunk Chocolate. I am here with Sharpie Charlie. Tarek, how's it going? How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Not because of City, but because my college football team, the University of Miami Hurricanes, beat the number 6 team in the country in Notre Dame. It's even more special because I live in Indiana, so anytime you can beat Notre Dame is always good. So I'm feeling as good as I can after a Canes loss. Excuse me. See, now I got them mixed up. After a City loss. So there we go. I'm just thankful that I didn't have double losses. That would have been heartbreaking and would have been a little bit too much.
Well, Terry, it must be nice to be you because I can't relate. Because right before your cane started, Marhoki said, you know what? We're just not as good as South Carolina. The younger Beamer, he's got a better program. So, yeah, I don't know what that feels like. For those who don't know, I'm a Virginia Tech football fan, rivals of Derek's Miami Hurricanes, and we started off terribly. We scored 11 points. And yes, you may wonder, 11 points seems weird in American football. It is. It is. That's what happens when you get 3 field goals and a safety with no touchdowns. 11, a weird score. You could have won a lot of money betting 11. But, it's a long season, like I said before. So I'm happy I got to watch other sports. I was social, saw some friends I hadn't seen in a couple of years, made some connections. So overall, life is good, just not sports.
Shout out to the producer, the third child for the intro. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment on what you thought on the episode. Let's say you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, any of those podcast streaming services that allows you to rate. We need that 5-star rating. Also, if you got another second or two, Leave a review. Keep it simple. Great podcast. Good Man City information. Amazing chemistry. Any of those will work. Any and all those will work. Our Patreon. We have shout out to Joe Sayers of Albion Obsessed for coming on for our match preview series. That is a Patreon exclusive. This week we have Chelsea women, and I'm narrowing down our guests. Everybody is just responding so slow. People just mentally, it's preseason, so I understand. We have 2 episodes that are about to drop. We have Michael Reed. He is an editor for Opta Joe. And, the second, I'll announce now. Patreon can know a little early. I'll probably have posted by the time this episode drops. We had Steph Green. I'm going to have to cut this. We had Steph Houghton on. Tom and I had a nice, wonderful conversation with her. Super early. It was 6 a.m. our time, 6 a.m. Central. Such a good conversation. It was amazing. So many different topics and perspectives. Talked about her time with City, the growth of the game, City now. How do you handle not being in Champions League? Plenty of things. $6 a month will get you that. Or if you want to, you can just scroll, see all of our episodes. There are like video on demand prices. If you don't want to do $6 a month, there are individual prices for individual shows. If you just want to do that, that works as well. All right. In today's episode, we discuss moves made in the dying embers of the transfer window, City's men's worst start to the season in Pep's entire career, our segment Shock All Applause. And before ending, we're going to talk City women, a.k.a. our baby blue baddies, who start their season under Friday night lights on the road against WSL reigning champions, Chelsea. Oh. Let's get it. Oh, man. Transfers. We had a lot of chaos happening. Will he go? Won't he go? Will he go? Won't he go? And finally it did. Ederson, not going to Galatasaray. He is going to Fenerbahce. That is a fun. They paid the 13-14 million that Man City were asking for. He is gone. The legend. I believe he won 18 trophies during his time at Manchester City. Completely changed how goalkeeping is done nowadays with Pep at Manchester City. A one of one, truly. What are, I guess, our goodbyes to the legend?
I'm not really good at this, only because it's been such a known, I've known it's been coming for so long. Like it's kind of just like about time. Not like Ederson did anything wrong, just that I was ready for the window to happen because these rumors started almost a month ago. But yeah, love Ederson. I'm so sad I didn't have the foresight to get one of his jerseys while he was still playing. That was my fault. But yeah, incredible keeper, only keeper I've known. Yeah, just what a guy.
Yeah, and that's fair because even Tarek, before you go, do you think that the fact that we've kind of been counting down this was a conversation, won't he leave last year when he at the US tour when we were there, when he came out in sweats, just kind of lounging at the game. Yeah, so does, I guess this not takeaway, but it's just unfortunate. KDB got his goodbye, the love from everybody, but we're now seeing it. Gundo's gone now. Akanji's gone now. Ederson. There are all these players with the will they leave. They're also kind of leaving while everything's down. we haven't been able to give them the love that I think they deserve, and that it's going to take them coming back from some weird, crazy, like Champions League happenstance or something like that for them to get the love that they deserve, like Leroy Sané whenever we talk about Champions League.
I mean, even Leroy Sané gets ridiculed and by fans. So I think, yes, I think that we have known about it for a while. We've been expecting, not even just like thinking or, we've kind of been expecting this to happen for so long that it does suck that, he doesn't get the goodbye, right? I was at the match last season, at the end of the season, the Fulham match, when KDB's last game, we got to clap him off the pitch. So Ederson's not going to get that. He deserve, not even probably, he does deserve that. But everybody doesn't get the fairy tale ending, and that's okay. I think he is definitely a legend for what he's done for this club, for what he's done for just the state of goalkeeping across the world. Is he the only one? No, but he's one of the biggest and the best at it, and it's going to be big shoes to fill. Even if Donnarumma is a big name and whatever, Trafford, whoever, they're all going to have big shoes to try to fill in the loss of Ederson. So I wish him the best, man. Go do what you. I'm actually surprised he took this move, but whatever. Go do what you do. Get your money and enjoy the rest of your career.
Okay, and again, another part of this ongoing story of transfers, we have Donnarumma. He's been brought in for 30 million euros, 33 million pounds, something like that. Oh, he's here. It's official. We've talked about this the entire time. We know it's a change. What I will say is, like, one of the examples of maybe slowly embracing what Donnarumma is going to bring as opposed to what Ederson does against Brighton. Trafford did just hit the ball back for him to kick it as far as he could. That did happen a lot. Donnarumma can do the same thing. Yeah, it is what it is. It's the international break. I'm more just ready to. I'm at the point where I don't even want to give too strong of a thought, positive or negative. I just want to see what's going to happen. It's kind of tough, especially last year, week after week, being like positive, good things are going to come from it, and then good things don't necessarily come from it. Well, I'm just here for the ride at the moment. Sharpie?
I will say this: the summary of what happened to me with the goalkeeper position was Pep went from two keepers that stood 6'2", 6'3", right? To now you have both keepers being 6'6". And so your primary job in that role is to stop shots. Those are keepers who are made to stop shots. Will they be the excellent on, with ball to feet keepers like Ederson was? No. But if you can get a little bit better at stopping shots, that's going to help your defense, right? That's going to help in those breakaways. We've seen Trafford do it already. So again, you can make do because we have so many wonderful tacticians in the other 10 positions. We can figure out a buildup, or we can get it to Holland and Roger comes in for second balls. Like, you can figure that out. But I feel like the sooner it's like breaking up with somebody. The sooner you allow the past to be the past, the sooner you can move forward. If you keep looking back, you'll never move forward because you'll keep trying to be nostalgic and, oh my God, what did they do? What did he do? It's like, David Silva's not walking through that door. Fernandinho's not walking through that door. We thought we couldn't replace Fernandinho. We got Roger. We thought we couldn't replace David Silva. Oh, Phil Foden comes alive. Oh, Gundo hits his peak. Like, these players all get replaced in time. So hopefully this international break allows people to lick their wounds and be excited for the derby.
The whole relationship is it's a good example, because even with this whole Ederson thing, it's when you mentally have already broken up with somebody, but you stay with them for a few months. So when you do finally officially manage to have that conscious uncoupling, where it doesn't hurt as much, because just for weeks you've already been talking about how annoyed and tired you are of this person. It's very similar. Yeah. Oh, okay. Akanji. Enter? Is that who it is?
Yeah, it's a really weird deal though. It's like $2 million of a loan fee, and then an additional like 15 or whatever it is, but only if he hits, it's an option or whatever. It's only if certain goals are met, and they seem to be pretty difficult to meet.
I believe it's 50% of match time and
like
50% of minutes, and win the title and win Scudetto. Which, again, that's what they're going for, right? Like, they were second last year to Napoli. There's an argument that they were the best team all year and then kind of just crashed out at the end. And that squad has gone through their own rebuild, right? Like, we saw they got embarrassed by PSG in Champions League final, and their board went to work to get younger. Because you think about Akanji compared to the old guys they were putting out there, like a center back, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just automatically upgraded their back line in addition to some youth they showed at the Club World Cup. I'm happy for him. I mean, I was okay if he would have chose Spurs, but maybe that's just something about the loyalty to City, and the fact that being an Inter, he goes to Italy where he's, on that side of the continent, so he's closer to home, being that, he's Swiss. So I'm sure that has something to do with it. That first matchup with Inter and Napoli is going to be great. Like, I'll be locked into that on Paramount Plus to see Akanji on one side, KDB on the other side. And that match will mean something. Those will be top 4 teams in Italy, and a nice little scout.
You mean you're not watching for Scott McTominay?
Oh, Scott gets busy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, he's there too, but just from the City perspective, PL perspective.
I was really just
Love Scott. Hey, looking way better over there. Like, that man, that's why I leave the X, look forward. That's what Scott McTominay showed you. Leave the X and move ahead in life.
Did Rasmus Højlund ever end up going there? I think that he was linked there
locked in too.
So we'll see if he can actually have an improvement. Because I'm telling you, everybody that leaves United, they go on to bigger things. It's kind of hard because they always suck at United. So just going anywhere
United
sucks.
Better. They are not the problem. That place is haunted, bro. Like, like you said, every single person. Like Anthony, we thought he was ass. I used to joke about him all the time. That man gets to Betis and he can't stop scoring goals. Like, it's insane how much better people are when they leave Old Trafford. It's wild.
Yeah, that was everybody, right? Everybody else is gone. It's handled. Oh, Gundo. My bad. Sorry, Gundo. He is that wasn't AI, was it? Like it was real. He already has the photo with a Galatasaray shirt. He's there. Shout out to him. At least Galatasaray got somebody. They've been trying to get one of City players for the last month. I'm happy they were able to get somebody and help them sell shirts. And he's back in his homeland, so that's nice too.
Yeah, he got his goodbye last year. It's cool.
Yeah,
he saw Gundo. You weren't even supposed to play that much, dog. Like, it wasn't your fault. You just old. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay.
Oh man, and I liked how the players, they were nicely spread around the European football world. You league get a couple, you get over here, you go over here. Just spreading the City football group gospel, taking it over one country at a time. All right, thank goodness, no more transfer talk. Oh my goodness.
Are we gonna move from here and not talk about Liverpool getting
Do you want to talk about all the just other transfer news?
I mean, we want to do all of it. I think that's a big
one.
one.
I mean, like not like all, but like the major
Yeah.
ones, and so we don't have to talk about it during shock and applause.
I'm with it. I'm with it, man. Isak, hey, this is what happens. You know what you want, go get it. Don't be Mark Gahey, be Alexander Isak, okay? Life lesson. Don't let these people tell you to go out here and be a good team player. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. They said, nope, you stay right in Crystal Palace, sir. No Liverpool for you. But Alexander Isak said, I'm not playing for y'all no more. And he meant that. He was Michael Parsons. I'm not playing for you no more, Dallas Cowboys. I'm gone. That's the lesson in all this to me.
Yeah, because I don't even understand what you do from Newcastle's standpoint. Like unfortunately you have to sell him, because do you want to take the chance of him not playing and then you fine him? Okay. So what he just pays you back money that you gave him almost, or you don't pay him money, but he still leaves. Either way, he still leaves. You now don't have a player.
He still leaves eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
But it doesn't have to be now.
And now you
doesn't
have
even have to
more
be
losses
in January.
Yeah, you don't get any money to replace him with. You're just out of luck. Like Newcastle really were in just a really unfortunate position as they get 130 million. So it's also just how bad can you feel for them?
Yeah, I mean, I do feel for them a little bit, because they had the player that they thought was going to be crucial and critical to them becoming what they see themselves becoming.
Mm-hmm.
And, people say, and I don't know how true this is, but finding that goal scoring number 9 is like the hardest thing to do. So they had found that jewel in the crown that is Newcastle. And then Liverpool comes in, flexes, and you're effectively forced into a move that you didn't really want to make. I think there's something to be said about how Liverpool conducted it. Not just Isak, but how Liverpool kind of came in and kind of never really went away. You think about City, and we've stated that we wanted Livermento, and it was like, you're not getting them, go away. We went away. Liverpool didn't go away. They're like, okay, just let it be known, and they just kept leaking in the media and everywhere else. Hey, we really like Isak. We really want him. Hey, if they don't sell us Isak, we're gonna go get Hugo Ekitike, who was their second option. We're gonna go get him, and we're still gonna come back and get Isak from you. So they bullied Newcastle to a certain extent. You can't be mad at it, because that's what being the big dog is for. Throw your weight around. But that's something we didn't do this window, which is why I think for a lot of people it does feel disappointing, because we came at the end of last season thinking about the right back position. There was the Cambiaso rumors. There was the whatever the dude that was on the team with him, whatever, I don't know. There's a couple other right backs that we were looking at, and we end up with none as far as the transfer market is concerned. So it's like, hey, how do we drop that ball? Now, maybe they have something else up their sleeves or whatever. I don't know. But we were not as decisive in the market as, say, Liverpool appears to have been. So
At that point, though, Liverpool had more holes to fill. Like, they were natural holes, right? We knew, like, they were going to lose Trent. We knew we were losing fullbacks. Nunez was going to go. Diaz was going to go. Like, so everything they did was like truly replacing. And they had the biggest spending transfer window ever, and literally all of history. They got 3 of the best young players in the world under 25, and Isak, Verts, who I forget about, but he's there, and Akachike. So really what happens is they went like 3 years without really making moves, and they've built up to this point to where now we can go get everybody, right? It's like you put away your savings. All right, finally, let's go make that big purchase, and they did. But I think this is what people forget. Like, City went 1 year without a trophy. If my math is right, I believe Liverpool went 4 in between Premier Leagues, right? Something like that. Yeah, because we won 4 in a row after theirs. So like, I don't think City's gonna go 4 years with no trophies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you set back. Yeah, we delayed the rebuild by a year, blah blah blah. But even that 4th one in a row, that was Doku and Nunez's first year. People are like, oh my God, we didn't do enough. And it's like, we got players young, we see them grow. This is what happens. Like, you have 2 ways to get it. You either try to get people in their prime at 27, or you get them in their early 20s, and you have to watch them develop. So that's why the whole argument with Savinho Arrigo is that, like, hey, Arrigo is 25, he's played more, he is a better product right now, versus Savinho, is terrible shout out, like, his potential and his growth, like his ceiling is so high because he has still a ways to go. So it's like, I'm not going to bemoan the fact, because I rate Nunez as our starting right back, that we didn't get one. I feel like our squad is good. I just think we got to get healthy. And once we get healthy and get people playing consistently, then I'll be able to judge, like, okay, where is this club at? But credit Liverpool. They hit out the park.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wisa to Newcastle. Well, I don't really know how that is. They also got that striker, German striker from Bundesliga.
Yeah, like
Stuttgart. Yeah, the 6'6" dude.
Yeah. Won't halt.
Yeah.
However you say his name.
Something like the Woltemande, something else.
Voltmande. They they got the 6'6" and the 5'9". Like, I saw a picture of, like, Peter Crouch with Jermaine Defoe, and they're like, welcome back. And Visa, like, he plays off of a striker really well. He scored all those goals off Ivan Toney. He scored goals with Mbumo after Tony left. Voltmuse, the young kid who Bayern wanted him. Like, Stuttgart told them, no, you're not going to take one of our players to play. Nope, not happening. And so, no, Newcastle, again, you could feel sorry for them, but they just got a 2-for-1. And they also brought in Anthony Elanga from Nottingham Forest. So they have thrown their weight around a little bit. They've thrown that Champions League money around. Like, woe is me. I hate that shit. Like, X is so annoying. It's a bunch of adults who are crying. And I can't stand crying adults because I work with teenagers. So why are y'all so emotional? Like, get your shit together. Grow up. Your team will be fine. I hope you guys are okay. Yeah, you got a nice little potential. You got Freddie Gibbs coming in. So shouts to Freddie Gibbs.
Tough crowd, Sharpie here. I love it. We'll move on to Man City, Brighton. A big difference. How do I say this? Yes, a big difference in the way that City have played last season is their willingness to counter, attacking with intensity. They're seeing the best, like against Wolves, is kind of like confusing because we saw them running, attack. And then we kind of see what's going on these last few weeks. They are doing that too, to a certain extent. Was his purpose, Pep? Is this part of the system? Are you seeming to embrace the attack?
Never, ever we change my beliefs in the way we're going to play. But if you regain up at the pitch, I want to attack quick. When the opponents make high pressing man-to-man and we break the first pressing, I want to attack quick. But after that, I love to pass the ball, 1,000 million boring passes. I love it. I love my teams have the ball and play. I love it. But there are moments that you have to attack quick, yeah.
Pep is so unhinged. Like, I feel like he heard last year when Jack Hahn came on the show and said Pep's not funny. Sorry, my bad. That's me snitching. But I do got to give Pep credit. He's been working on his comedic timing.
I love to pass the ball, 1,000 million boring passes. I love it.
Oh my gosh, that's already.
Imagine you out here dry snitching, dog. Let me just say that.
I didn't mean to say it.
I have higher expectations for you, man.
I was just talking and it came out. My bad. I'm sorry.
All that yapping. See what's happening.
When the police, when the po-pos show up at the door, we know who not to.
Oh no. No,
They offer Crump that Big Mac. All right, here you go. You got
we
You
ain't
get that
doing
Burger
that.
King
We ain't
for you on
doing
the way.
that. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that.
Man,
Tell it on Jack to Pep is one thing. Now talking to those people, that's something completely different. We ain't doing that. But I do enjoy how Pep was a little playful. Even I actually have one more where Pep was just saying something ridiculous and random.
Maybe I decide to stick to pass 500 times the ball, 1,000 this season. This is my target.
That's objectionably funny because like doing hyperbole in your second language, you've mastered that. Like that's really, really good. But I love the fact that Pep is real. Like y'all know who I am. I've won 6 titles, a treble, a quad. How dare you come at me talking about changing my tactics? No, the tactics work. The proof is in the pudding. Like we got to get better at it, but y'all know how we do. And I think that's where like that confidence. I have confidence in him. Again, people always say they want something, but then when it happens, they complain. It's like you wanted Pep to stay. Oh my God, will he? Won't he? Please sign the extension. We love you, greatest manager ever. 10 years at that, yeah. And then he stays, and it's oh my God, can he still manage? Has the game gone by? No.
has he been found out?
That was.
But and I said this, I anybody. So I'm never going to be Pep out. I think Pep is the greatest manager of all time, right? Period. Other people might argue for Sir Alex. I don't know about that. I'm all about Pep, but I remember the tail end of Arsene Wenger, and I don't know if it was his coaching or the players or what, but I know that what happened is the fan base really was split and started to turn on him. And you started to hear the Wenger out, Wenger out, Wenger out. And then eventually it ended up being what it was. I think our fan base, probably a vocal minority, but members of our fan base are very, very loud about the whole Pep out thing right now. And I would hate for it to end up like the Wenger situation. So I do think as a team we need to improve. I think there is blame to be found across the board with every single player, with the coaching staff and everybody else involved. No one's getting it right, or at least consistently 100% of the time. So we can all look around and say, yep, we all got some fault here and we got to be better. And that's once we are better, then all this goes away.
Derek, to that point, I think the biggest difference between Wenger and Pep is that Pep won a lot and has won so much more than Wenger ever did. And Wenger, I think he won his last Premier League in 04.
Yeah, it was like 8 to 10 years before, something like that.
Yeah. So it was just like a long time before he finally, left. So yeah, I think Pep's safe in that regard from the majority of the fans. But we could talk about the match and talk about what the club has to improve on.
Yeah. And okay. I guess we can get to the game. But even after all that joking that Pep did, he went on drinking too much sparkling water. He went on to say that his style really hasn't changed. It's just the players last year when they played a low block, you kind of needed to embrace fast, swift passes, attacking forward. But when you have Kova, Gundo, KDB, and Bernardo all on the pitch at the same time, it gets a little tough to play that style for a long time, because then if so, you get the crash out, the capitulation after capitulation. So it is a thin line. The starting 11: Trafford, Nunes, Stones, Kusanov, Nori, Rodri, Vanders, Silva, Marmouche, Bob, and Holland. Shout out to everyone who joined us for the watch along. I saw that Kuzanov Stones pairing, and I thought about you, Tarek. I was like, oh, he was just asking for this. Pep does listen to the show. He listens to the show.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, he be listening. What's his username?
Right. Pep out 5247.
But were you happy with that, Terry? Like, was that with that lineup before match?
Yeah.
Was there anything you
So
wanted?
I wanted to see Kuzanov, and I think Kuzanov Stones. I was perfectly fine with that, because eventually I want to see Kuzanov Vardiol, but he's probably not coming back until at least after the international break. So I want to see that combination. But yes, I was very much happy to see him back there because I think he's the only one that has any real pace in as far as our center backs are concerned. And I think we saw him cleaning up a little bit. So yes, I was happy about that. As far as the rest of it, it was pretty much I guess as much as I could hope for, right? Rodri was back in the middle, which again, I wasn't sure that I wanted him back just yet or till after the break, but if he's healthy, let's put him out there. So yeah, I think this was about what I would have hoped for and wanted, knowing that say Foden is injured, Cherky's injured, Fardiol's injured, whatever, right? So with what we had available, this was probably the best thing that I would have hoped to see.
Yeah, and like I said in the watch along, like this is perfect. Like this is the best lineup that we could put out. There's an argument to maybe have Doku in over Marmoush, but again, I'm not. Yeah, I'll take either one as long as they produce. Rodri starting was my like highlight. I was like, wow, like he's good because remember the talk with Pep was that hey, it might be after the national break, he'll be 90 minutes fit, blah 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 blah. So for him to come get this start in a game we really need it, right? Like coming off a bad loss to Spurs. I was like, this says a lot.
Yeah. Super excited to see Rodri, even having Bernardo back and also seeing Marmoush and Bob on the starting 11. I knew Bernardo was going to be in that midfield. He seems to have officially moved to being in that midfield. Sharky, it was talked about before that he was injured, but nobody asked Pep about it during the pre-match pressers. But then post-match, he did say he's going to be out for 2 months. 6, 7, 8 weeks is what he said, basically. And that is unfortunate and odd because he's done a pretty good job at keeping injuries away from his game and interrupting him. And bro comes to Man City and he's here for a couple of months and it's already broken.
And I do think we need to evaluate what's going on because there's been a lot of injuries. At least it feels like a lot of injuries over the last, 6 to 9 months, I'm guessing. So I want to see us, really take a look at what is it about training schedules, whatever it is that are contributing to the consistent injuries that we're seeing.
Yeah, man. That's pretty frustrating. Okay, I want to give Brighton credit because this being a City pod, the conversation normally is what was missing from City. Dunk, Van Heck, and Veltman. They made it their mission to keep Holland in a perpetual state of hardship. It was kind of amazing to watch. Just them somehow, some way annoying him, interrupting him, pissing him off, stopping him from getting to the ball. It was just nonstop.
I think that's too kind, bro. That's too kind. They were cool.
Well, I'm not even saying that they themselves, like on the mat during the match, did a good thing. It was like a flopping when he was like being physical with them. So then the ref would have to blow and they'd have to argue with who did what. They were pushing him at the beginning of the match and he got into a pushing contest, which that kind of like knocked him out mentally because he was really pissed off about that for a bit. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they just, like, especially me growing up playing rugby, there are teams that sometimes they have a really good player, and you got to figure out how you can minimize his ability. And sometimes it's just pissing him off, getting him in his way, not keeping him away from the ball a little bit more. It doesn't necessarily mean you're better than him, but you can just drop his level. And I think they did a good job at making Holland drop his level. And when he did have the chances, they did arise. He flubbed his chances. He scuffed on the ground. He headed the ball right at the keeper. It was, yeah.
So that's what I want to say. I don't believe their impact had more to do with his lack of performance than him just not being the same level he's been. Like, that's the conversation I want to have. Erling Haaland has fallen off from the heights that he started with, where he broke every single scoring record and 36 goals and all that, to where he is now, where he's like really good. But like, you're not supposed to just be really good.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the best striker in the world. And those chances that he missed early, he's missing them every match. Think about the last time we started a match and it was like, oh my God, Earl's got the chance, bang, goal, first 5 minutes. When does that happen? It used to happen all the time. You get the early goal, it changes the game, and now we're flying, versus he finally got it, and we'll talk about it, but it's like those first 2 scuffs were terrible misses. And I don't want to be the podcast that gives the kid gloves to Erling Haaland, because every other podcast is so hard to go cement bricks to everyone else's head when they make a mistake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it is always, I watched the Raheem Sterling shit before this pod existed. And I'm like, oh my God, like, he's not even a striker. He's getting talked about it. But, you know, Doku, oh, no end product. And Savinho, no end product. And it's like, well, Erling Haaland, no consistent goal scoring. Like, you're supposed to be getting braces with these chances. These are great opportunities. And he's letting me down. Like, I think he's letting the club down. And I think that's kind of what Roger's talking about, honestly.
Yeah, there was a lot of conversation about like mistakes and things that in his post-match interviews that he did, because he did a couple, and a lot of people naturally were trying to make it fit with Doku, a 5-minute sub, like, or a 20-minute sub. If you look at Haaland, even last year, yeah, he started the season off hot, 2 hat tricks and a brace, but 3 separate times during the season, he went at least 3 games without a goal. And then would have like a goal for a game or 2, then miss, then a goal. Like, the inconsistencies, and then also the injuries on top of that. It's kind of annoying and fortunate. And even this goal that he got today, or yesterday against Brighton, which we'll get to, Marmoush did the work. Haaland, legit, they call him a tap-in merchant. That's an example of the tap-in merchant. And so I'm with you. But again, I just want to try to give Brighton some love. And these were the positives that I guess I could see, and a perspective I'd like to give. Even Menta, Yankuba Menta, he was mint. Up and down. Defensively, he was coming back and shutting everything down. He was getting the ball up the pitch, his speed, his physicality. When Doku came on, Doku really wasn't able to do anything, because Menta has the speed and strength to put up with them, to shut all that stuff down. And Brighton, all their tackles, I hated it, but when they went in for those duels, they were leaving with something. They had some teeth in some of those tackles, and the ref let a lot of them go. And that also is a great way that you can knock City off of their. If you can do physical tackles and get away with it, the team melts down. That has been kind of a problem of theirs for over a season now. And
we're finesse.
At the end
of the day, we're a finesse team. We are the Showtime Lakers to the Boston Celtics back in the day. You know, we're the Jordan Bulls versus the Detroit Pistons. We got to learn how to fight back and be physical and stop letting ourselves get pushed around and all of that stuff. It's cool to play beautiful, finesse, pretty football. Sometimes you got to be able to, you know, throw your weight around a little bit. And a lot of these teams, that's what they're doing, and that's what's causing us issues just maintain basic stuff, just keeping the ball, because it used to be that you would like I complained because Rico Lewis would lose the ball quite a bit because he just physically didn't have the size and he was easy to get knocked off the ball. It's one thing when one player is doing that. It's another thing when you can't count on anybody with the exception of Rodri in your midfield to keep the ball or in your wings. So, out of that front, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. The only one you can really count on to keep the ball is Rodri.
Mm-hmm.
It's not sustainable. Got to be better. But I wanted to go back because you kind of moved on before I could. I want to agree with Charlie. I want to agree with Charlie that Holland just has to be better. And I heard him say that he likes being held to account. He likes when there's people criticizing him. So if he likes that, then he needs to listen to this podcast because he's not been good enough. He's just not been good enough. And I think that's the reality. We cannot blame people for not creating for him when we do create for him, he doesn't put it away. That through ball that he had one-on-one with the keeper, and it's a little, again, scuffed it, whatever, things happen, but you just can't do that. We talk about the headers, the missed, and all the other stuff. So again, he got his goal, great, but there's still a lot that he's leaving out there, a lot of goals that he's leaving on the table or out there on the field that he's got to be better at. So
I'm with you. We're seeing him. He's playing. He's dropping back. He's helping that out. And there are moments where he looks decent. And then there are moments where you're just like, oh my God, what is he doing? But I appreciate that growth in his game. But his thing is shagging goals. And if he can go back to that guy, would be very nice.
And I'll say this, right? He by far has the best start to any goal scored in Premier League history, right?
Yes,
88 in the
yes.
first 100 Premier League matches. The next closest, I think, was 79, Alan Shearer.
Yep.
So, like,
91.
he is exceptional. And when your mark is that of, like, a 9 and up, giving me a 7.5, I see the drop-off. Because those early braces win games. Like, you can win a game in the first 10 minutes because it changes the entire game state for the rest of it, right? So if he hits that first one that he scuffed, okay, mistake. But if you hit it, now it's 1-0 early. Now we get a second, and now it's like, good luck, Brighton, coming back from 2-0 in the second half versus only having to be down 1-0, right? So it's just not being mad at him, not saying Holland out, nothing crazy. It's just like the production is not where it was. That's the level we need for one of our captains, one of the best players in the world, the guy who got the 10-year contract. Like, you have to produce the same way we would be on Rodri if Rodri was out there starting and losing balls in midfield, not making the right pass, giving it away every time. Like, you have to do your job to the best of your ability because the team needs that. Like, you don't have a let off. Like, I need you every week to give me 1 to 2 goals. Sorry.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why he got the 10-year deal. That's why he's being paid what he's being paid is, what can you give us? 33 minutes in, Nori steals the ball from Menta. Ball with Rodri to Reinders to Bob, who finds enough space in an angle to send a piercing pass to Marmoush. He dribbles around Van Heck. Nutmeg's dunk for Holland to finish the movement. City are up 1-0. For a majority of the first half, City looked like, we talked about the missed chances. City looked like they should have been up so many goals. So after that goal happens, nothing happens. We get to halftime. Like, I'm worried. We're talking about during the watch along what we should do. And I was honestly like, hey, let's just keep it running for 60 minutes. It's technically nothing bad has happened. I guess and we'll start with you, Tarek. When the first goal happens, how are you feeling? Are you expecting more to come, or it was already tough sledding in the first 30 minutes. Is, you know, are you just hoping to get to the second half without giving up a goal like the previous week?
Once we scored our goal, yeah, I'm looking for more. I'm looking for go get more goals. Now, to be fair, I only watched the first half, and then heard like a little bit in the car as I was headed to church. So I missed all of their goals. And my plan was to go back and watch it, but it's like, do I really want to put myself through that? I had to get my head right for yesterday, so I didn't watch it. Not yet, anyway. But so yeah, I was expecting, because we had created quite a bit of chances, so I was expecting more goals to come, and unfortunately, that didn't happen.
I think I had for me, like I like the process we had, right? We were dominating the ball. They had like 0.04 XG at halftime. Like I remember that very vividly. Like it was like one shot that was long range, easy save from Trafford. So we dominated the first half. The problem was that once the second half starts, um, Hertzler beat Pep to the punch. And that changed the entire game. Like he saw something and got really bold, and that's when everything flipped on his head.
Yeah, huge momentum swinging. What was wild is Oscar Bob wasn't able to get to the end of that brilliant low cross from Marmouche. That's when Hertzler makes the change in midfield and striker. 4 players, the 61st minute. Welbeck, Hinselwood, Gomez, and Baliba off for Rudder, Ayari, Gruda, and almost 40 years old James Milner. Ugh! City were just overwhelmed by the Method's change, running at tired legs, all the missed opportunities. Brighton, they were like running at it, the intensity, the directness. There were so many block shots, and Trafford had a couple of saves that led up to that 67th minute goal, which was because of a handball penalty on Nunes. But it was all chaos. That handball happened because Kuznetsov came flying in to a tackle, earning a yellow. Free kick happens. The ball is hit. The free kick is taken basically all the way on the right side of the pitch, near the chalk lines. It's hit way far post. Bernardo Silva is on Lewis Dunk for some reason. Lewis Dunk throws him off of him and just has an open shot at goal. That's when Nunes tries to close in, but he jumps with his arms up. Dunk kicks. He just kicks the ball. I don't even think he meant to even do what he did, but it hits Nunes' arm. It's unlucky. It is what it is. I don't even really know what to make of it. Everyone is, yes, it was stupid having your arms up that high, but also if he didn't, that ball would have rocked him in the face. And also, like, it's a handball. I don't really know. Him getting that handball doesn't necessarily mean that he is a shitty defender, and that is what a lot of people are kind of tying it to, is that he was just a shit defender, and giving away this handball is proof of that. And I know, Sharpie, you're Mr. Nunes, so I guess, what did you see of him that game?
It was a bad play. The rest of the game, he was fine. There's nothing else we can think of, like, oh man, he got beat on this possession, or 1v1, or he got a stupid yellow card. He actually didn't get one. Nori got one. Kuznetsov got one. He made good duels, good tackles. The thing was, he just made him. He protected his face. And in a perfect world, I don't even know the training for that. If a ball's hitting you in the face, coming for your face? What do you do? But that happened. So yeah, so it sucked. But I think that's the defensive equivalent for me as Holland's first scuff miss, or even the second miss, right? Like those are the same things to me on your end. There are mistakes that you made at your position, where hopefully you would do better. And players make mistakes. I wish it wouldn't have happened though. But I don't think that penalty is the only reason that we lost. I think it sucked, right, to give up a goal, but again, that was in the 67th minute. So we still had like 20 plus minutes left. I think what happened later in the match, and that changed it a lot more.
So tell me what changed later in the match that I haven't seen.
Okay, I will. That's exactly where I was going to go next. So
here we go.
Herzler, he makes the subs. We're not able to keep up with it. We give away the handball. They score. By then, that's when Pep makes the subs. It's Nico O'Reilly, who honestly could not keep the ball on him. Anytime the ball got passed to him, it was just like, it was kind of it would have been hilarious if it was on some other person's team, but just watching him struggle, it was unfortunate. And he took Bernardo Silva's spot, who Bernardo in this game, if you watched him, he was literally just, you're the extra guy. You aren't made to be the star. You aren't made to really do anything. If Nunes runs forward with the ball, Bernardo drops back. If Holland was dropping back to help with the buildup, Bernardo would be a part of the run with Marmoush and Bob and Reinders. If they were pressing, he would come and fill into that extra space, that half space, to get the ball and help just keep it moving. It was an incredibly selfless job from Bernardo Silva, and then you replace that with a kid who had only, I think it was like 15 minutes earlier against Wolves when the game was already handled, and now City are in a bad spot, tied on about to international break. Team's not doing hot. He didn't handle that well. And then on the other sub was Doku, who came on for Marmoush, and he had to cook alone, basically. Holland had the tap in, but he had the scuff shot, the ball right at the keeper, the header. Just the match, he didn't have any sauce. He didn't have a drop of juice. Bob on the right was having anxiety attacks after every single time he would waste an opportunity. I was actually troubled watching him because he legit was like grabbing his head and freaking out. It bummed me out seeing him that. Like, you could see
anxiety attacks is so strong, bro. Oh my gosh. Like, were we watching the same thing?
Yeah,
like, he was frustrated. I don't know if he had an anxiety attack. Like,
bro, he
can't play doctor out here. He was frustrated. He was visibly frustrated. Shaking maybe. Anxiety attack.
He said you may not be making no diagnoses out here.
Hey. Because here's the thing, you haven't mentioned this yet, as we talked about subs. So when Pep made his subs, he broke them in half. Right, we talked about Herzler making 4 at once. It flipped everything. Pep made 2, waited 12, 13 minutes, and then brought on, I don't know why he did this. Well, I know why he brought on 1. He brought on Rico Lewis for Nunes. Yeah. And then he brought on Ruben Diaz for Kuznetsov.
Who was injured.
He was injured. Yeah. And so this is the problem when, like, you're missing a Vardiol, because so you're down the best center back you have, so you got to go down the pecking order. And your pace is gone. And the moment Kuznetsov comes off the pitch, it took less than 5 minutes for there to be a play where, if this center back was fast, like if you watch the replay, Ruben Diaz just doesn't have legs to get there. Like, Bernardo holds him up, and then like Ruben just takes forever to get into frame because he has no pace. And it sucks that like we capitulated so late. Because even if you leave with a draw, we're talking about this differently. It's, hey, wasn't our best game, left with a draw on the road, 4 points, all right, cool, we move. Versus like now, it's like, damn, lost 2 in a row, lost another lead, blah, blah, blah. Like, it just, I hate that. And it's not just Ruben's fault. He's not the only thing to blame. It's just his, that thing that's not his skill set, it showed up in that moment. Like, you would have loved to have had Kuznetsov on the pitch right there. Like, he can make that run. I think Manuel Akanji can make that run. I think Ake could make that run and get there, at least get in position and make that shot more difficult. It just sucks that none of those players on the pitch. So to your point about Nico O'Reilly coming on, he feels like a player that is better suited to start the same way Bernardo is. Like I think some players are really good at being subs. And I think like O'Reilly, when he starts, he's pretty good overall. I think coming into the game and it's already open like that, I would have rather seen Nico G come on than Nico O'Reilly.
Yeah.
That's what I was calling for in that position.
I wasn't watching at that point. My phone keeps going off. My watch is going off. But I don't understand that substitution.
Yeah.
I guess there's a lot of them I don't understand, but he's right there. Again, I understand we're trying to say Nico O'Reilly is a midfielder now, and we tried to convince him to resign. And so we're, trying to be people of our word and play him minutes and all that kind of stuff. But he's not better than Nico G in the mid.
Yeah, and
in the midfield at the moment. There's no reason for him to be coming in over him. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was troubling that he picked O'Reilly over Nico because, again, it raises that question: is Pep starting to not trust him again? You would think he'd be playing right next to Rodri. It's not like he would have to do the whole ball carrying, get stuck on the ball, lose the ball, and calamity happens. He could just hit it over to Rodri right there with him.
I mean, arguably he had the best opening 2 games of any midfielder in the Premier League, like by stats, right? His duels were great, his tackles were great, interceptions. Rodri took his spot, and here's what Pep didn't want to do. He wanted to keep Bernardo on the pitch, or put Bernardo back on the pitch, and not do what I believe is the optimal midfield pairing or trio, which is Rodri, Nico G, Reinders. I think if you let those 3 do the same thing we're talking about with Kuzanov and Vardiol, Nunes, and Nori, when you get your back 6 right, and you have big people who are faster and stronger, it takes you back to the treble year, where we had John Stones and Rodri. You had that box midfield. Everything was cooking, right? Akanji could play right back. Vardiol was at left. It was beautiful. We were large. It matters. Size matters. And until Pep can allow Captain Bernardo to transition to the bench role, the same problem is going to happen. Like, I just want to see 16 and 14 together. Just let them be together. It's a double pivot. It makes perfect sense. They both can dribble. They both can run. They're Spanish. They can talk to each other. Like, that's his little protege. Like, run that. And then I want Bernardo to come in with all the energy in the world and close off matches. But not putting Nico G on the pitch at all that's a bad choice in my opinion.
Yeah, it was baffling. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. 63 pace on FC 26 DS. It's
they aren't lying about that one. They messed up on the women's pace, but they got the men's right.
And it's just, bringing on Lewis when we know he's not the pace for what City wanted to do. Like, it only works if Rico Lewis only works in the small spaces when you hold possession and you're doing quick passes. Then O'Reilly comes on and he has the rocks for feet. So then now you can't play that style. We got slower in the back line because DS is on. Rico Lewis isn't speedy himself. Nori probably isn't at 100 and also is on a yellow. It's just a terrible combination of all the wrong things at the wrong time, which gives Brighton the opportunity to take the lead.
We lose. Black shirts are back.
Black shirts. I joined Sharpie in the sadness.
I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you deserve it.
I'm
happy. Yeah, no,
you deserve that joy.
No, you do it.
Big
Yeah.
win. Now, here's the thing, though. I hope that this is the last time we have back-to-back losses for months. We get a comeback fresh in 13 days with our Manchester derby. We will be back. We have the break to get healthy. Bring on Phil. Bring back Josep Vardiol. Bring back who else is missing? Savinho gets his first minute. Turkey's too much, but Foden, Vardiol, and Savinho can get his first minutes to give Bob some cover on the right. Maybe put Phil as a natural 10. I have so much ambition for this season. It just sucks that right now we're at 3 points. So cool.
It does. Last week I had Ruben Diaz post-match with generic captain talk. This week it's Rodri's turn.
Happy to come back. Of course, not in the ideal scenario, but it's what it is. I arrived to this team, and this team has changed a lot. We have to be known for that, know that there are lots of things to improve, and know that at the minute we don't have the level to win game by game. Yeah, we have to adjust many things. I think not only in the pitch, outside, many things has to improve. But we're a team, you know. When we lose, when we win, we're all together, and we'll find a solution 100%.
And he said maybe it's good to feel the feelings, but go and relax and enjoy your international break. But yeah, just all in all in the match, giving up the handball felt inauspicious. And even during the watch along, I had mentioned that while I was clutching my emotional support soccer ball, I mentioned how on the bench we had 3 players. I mean, one was Ederson, but we had 3 players on the bench that can't play. And Akanji and Gundo, who might be leaving, and Akanji probably could have helped us out in that match. That was frustrating. Obviously, injuries, they probably wouldn't have been playing if injured players were healthy. And it was just the team wasn't set up for success. Nico and Rico, they still need to learn how to close out games. They need to learn that whole mentality of winning, the principles that Pep talked about earlier. Doku was brought on to try to create and not maintain possession. But then we have players also who aren't maintaining possession. And then we brought on Ruben Diaz again, 63 pace on FC26. He's in a high line. And a part of a team that is struggling to put 4 passes together. And even Pep said, hey, after that handball, after that goal, the team shut down. And that was kind of even how he described it. They just forgot how to play. They forgot how to play. That's still 20 plus minutes of the game, Pep. Who are the leaders, Pep? Do we lack leaders, Pep? What is going on? Oh, thankfully, somebody did ask Pep. Do we have leaders?
Oh, I have. It just sometimes happens. So now, yeah, we have a deficit for 6 points. I have to continue, to grow up. I had a good feeling in many things. I like a lot the way in different circumstances a physical team to play the way we played in the first hour. But after, we stopped to play.
Going into international break in 13th place. 13th place. Leeds, Sunderland, Everton are ahead of us right now. Manchester United. It's frustrating. I'm hurting.
Did you read that to make yourself hurt more? Are you a little masochist right now? You just wanted to feel worse?
I'm doing Sharpies. I'm cutting out a word. I'm doing facts and feelings. I'm doing the facts that are fucking up my feelings.
I see what you're saying. Got it. Okay. I understand. I was like, man, he's hurting himself by I know the numbers. I see the table. I'm like, I wouldn't say it all out. You got it, bro. Hey, that's honesty though. That's why you're a good host and a great showrunner, because I would have been like, yeah, y'all can look it up yourself. Damn. But hey, that's why it's September 1st. And we got the biggest week of the season coming up. And I just hope everybody's healthy when we get there. That's gonna be massive. Derby, Napoli, Arsenal.
Yeah. Enjoy that break. Ruben Diaz, John Stones, all the players that kind of have struggled with. Even I rewatched the City game on City Plus, and they have the Man City based commentary, and we've been talking about how obvious, even if John Stones didn't play, who's the next 2 people, and they've been struggling themselves at who are those people to take them. commentary was like, yeah, he got called up and he's a no thinker automatic starter for the Three Lions. Like, he is hands down. And I was like, yeah, he is. So it's
him and Gahey, him and Crystal Palace's own Mark Gahey. They did that black man so dirty. Oh, one more transfer thing before we go to women, because I know Baby Blue Baddies is coming.
Yep.
Y'all realize Stefan Ortega didn't get a move, right?
Yep.
He got done dirty. Like, that man.
Did he get done dirty, or he didn't take options that were on the table available to him? I'm pretty sure there were options for him.
Fair.
I mean,
I'm
if you
just thinking,
decide
though,
I'm just gonna stay, that's on you. Now, when you don't make any appearances anywhere until January, and then you decide to go, that's on you.
Yeah. Him and Phillips. That's probably, I forget. January's coming. He'll be out by then. He could chill, get his money. That check keep clearing. You know.
And again, if you have a contract, you cannot force me to go to a team that I'm not happy with.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a starter, which is what we kept hearing, you want to be a number one. If you're not going to be at City, then you want to go be a number one. I feel like there were options out there. Maybe I'm wrong again, because I'm not in those negotiations. I just feel like you gotta take that and go. But do what you got to do. Get your money, man.
Yeah, man. Sorry, thought about that randomly. All right.
No, I love it.
Enough of the men's.
Welcome to Baby Blue Baddies, our Man City women's segment. First up, announcement is they have started a U21's women's side. They will play in a 10-team Northern Division in a U21 league, very similar to the style of the academy. There's a U21 boys side. They actually have already played their first match, and they won that 8-3 on the road against Manchester United. Freya Herons and Jane Abawodu. I'm sorry, I'm probably going to butcher all four of these names. They had hat tricks. So 2 players had hat tricks. Then Rachel Adadini and Samara Shikshabekova, they also scored. So shout out to them. Super excited. You ladies have made history. What makes the U21 side important, it's because last year in the WSL, Man City was the youngest team in the league. A lot of those players can get some consistent playing time at the U21 side, step up, get some experience. And there were 3 players who signed contracts with the club last weekend. Maisie Davies, she is a 19-year-old defender, has 5 senior caps for Wales. She signed her first professional contract with Manchester City, so congratulations. Cody Thomas extended her contract to be with the club until 2027. The 18-year-old fullback has been with City in their academy since 2016, so she's City through and through. Lily Murphy extends her contract also until 2027. You may remember her last year, the 19-year-old speedy winger. She had 2 goals and 2 assists in 22 appearances last season. Again, just locking down a lot of the future of the club and just building, it's nice. It is nice.
Can I be the bearer of bad news?
Please.
None of those young, wonderful footballers are named Khadijah Bunny Shaw. And Khadijah Bunny Shaw's contract expires in the summer of 26. Just want to put that out there, because now it's closer than it was when we talked about it at the end of the season a few months ago. It's like the season has started. There's still no extension. # remember Trent. This would not surprise me if she runs this thing out at this point, because contracts, normally people don't talk about business during the season.
Yeah.
It happens before, might happen at a January, at a big break in the winter. But I'm nervous, because whoever gets her for nothing that's the ultimate win.
That's huge.
So I hope that's like a Dallas Cowboys type of let's make a big shtick on Wednesday right before the season starts, kick off on Friday. But until she has a contract, these other pieces of paper mean nothing to me. I ignored those posts so easily. I said, "Oh, it's not Bunny next. Oh, she's not Bunny next. Oh, she white by." Like, I need my Jamaican to get their money. Okay,
Facts. Yeah, it's
give her the Holland deal because she's
it.
actually
Yeah, it honestly it's a failure. Is putting it lightly. If not only do Man City not re-sign Bunny, she goes on a free. Yeah, that's like get rid of Therese. Like I know she just got here, but like get her out of here.
yeah. I don't know how that
No
wasn't
practice.
priority number one at the club. Like, you can't tell me that the other things are more important than Bunny Shaw. So either A, the club is like, we got to lock up everybody else first, or B, Bunny's people are like, we got to move in mind, and we're waiting. Again, the same way Trent did at Liverpool. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna be negative. I'm gonna show up to work, get healthy. She's gonna score multiple goals this year. We know that double figures is guaranteed, but I feel like there's a reason she has not signed a contract. Not that one hasn't been offered. There's a move that she wants. What country that's in? IDK. But it definitely feels like, does Bunny want to learn Spanish? Would she be interested in living in LA? Like, I don't know what she wants, but it doesn't seem like she wants to stay in Manchester too long.
Yeah.
I think if she does not sign, she comes back to the States. Could be wrong.
Oh, NWSL would love her in a heartbeat. Please,
Yeah.
they would.
And it seems like they're going to be losing. Yeah, they could be losing Alyssa Thompson, Trinity Rodman's in talks of possibly leaving the league. Like it's whenever players leave, new ones join through, and she would be great for whatever club she joins. I just okay, we're gonna keep it moving to honestly not equally sad, but also just not great. Manchester City, they start the WSL campaign on the road against reigning champions Chelsea, who are fresh off of their domestic treble, looking to possibly add Alyssa Thompson of ACFC. Oh, that hurts my heart so much. To as the latest NWSL All-Star that they have snapped up. All thanks to Emma Hayes. Oh my gosh. Like, how do you take over the US team and then you just start a pipeline at Chelsea? The first match this season. It's a Friday night. It's in England. It's 1:30 Central here in the States. Took a half day of work. I will be hosting a watch along. Please join me for some fun. I might start drinking. We'll see. Yeah, score predictions. How do we feel about this game? And then next we'll do top 4 WSL prediction.
City get a tough road draw. 1-1 to start the season. That's a big positive. Come on, City. Bunny Shaw goal. And I think, I don't know, pick somebody on their team. Probably Maya Ramirez. Yeah.
I like it. I think I'm gonna screw it. I'm gonna say a goal. I'm gonna say we're gonna win. Viv, Bunny, Carolyn, Hemp, our firepower. Our firepower is firepower.
We healthy.
We got Greenwood back. We got Knack. We got Rose.
Is Knack back? Knack's healthy?
No,
I thought she was out.
She wouldn't start anyway. She's behind Greenwood. I believe it's Greenwood and Rose are playing side by side. But
I was like, who's Rose? I forgot Jay Rose. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Jay Rose.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the league.
Kirsty Kasparai. Yeah, Riza Shimizu's playing again. We got Lohman. Our starters are pretty much locked in. It's just how do we have the actual depth in the squad? No, we don't. So that is kind of the unfortunate and worrying thing, but also don't have Champions League. Well, maybe they'll be fine.
Perfectly.
I find it hard to believe that we beat Chelsea.
That's fair.
But I have never, ever predicted a City team to lose. So I will go with a 1-1 draw in more hopes that we can get the draw than necessarily truly expecting it. But I'm never going to root against City or
That's
pick
fair.
against City. So
Yeah.
1-1 it is.
That's fair. That's fair. We can move to top 4 WSL prediction. Just like I will never not say City are going to win because eventually they're going to win the league. And then I can say I'm right. So City 1, Chelsea 2, Arsenal 3, and Brighton in 4th.
Okay. I'm gonna be very realistic and say that City still aren't better than Chelsea. So Chelsea 1, City 2.
Okay.
You know what? No, I'm not. Let me be very real. Let me know who I am and
Oh,
where we
God.
are.
Uh-oh.
Mm, mm.
Uh,
No, I'll leave it. I was gonna do it. I'm not. 2 blues at the top. Royal Blue, City Blue, Arsenal close third, probably like by a point with City, and then United as my 4th. I was thinking Arsenal as second, but I know y'all
I
are
know
gonna
you
put
were.
I
was
knew
like,
that's
is he
what
about
you
to
were
say it?
thinking
Is he
I was
going to
gonna
say it?
I was like, they're so good.
I mean, it's
They
hard
have-
to
they've added some-
argue that they're
yeah.
not, right?
They
I
just
mean,
won
it
the
is hard to argue.
UWCL, bro.
Yeah.
They did what Chelsea couldn't.
Yeah.
So it's hard to. It would be
Yeah.
hard to pick against them, but I guess
Added
I would
Taylor.
go. Yeah, I mean, I'll go Chelsea, City, Arsenal, United.
Yeah.
It kind of picks itself, but like
It does, and really the only
but Arsenal
question
being
is,
second wouldn't be crazy. Like if you pick
Yeah.
Arsenal to win, I couldn't be mad at you. Like I get it. They just
I
beat
think
Arsenal.
really it's the who's second, Arsenal or City.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
either of them usurp Chelsea at the top, that's
God
a
bless.
big,
Yep.
big shock. And whatever, but though whoever comes in second, I don't think that's a big, everybody like, okay, that's fine.
And with the league expansion, that third spot gets automatic UWCL bid now too. I believe it's the 4 and 5 do the playoff.
Oh, it's no more wild
really?
card. Oh, no more
So-
playoffs with it. So top 3 is the goal.
So yeah,
Oh.
top 3. If that's what it
we
is,
good.
then
Well, shoot, I'll say City third. Let's go.
he changed it.
No, I'm joking. I'm good. Top 3 is all we need. Hey.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
it's
look
the
into
men
it. I'll
one.
get the
just get top
confirmation.
5 now. Just get top
But-
5 on the men.
Don't suck. Stay healthy and we'll be fine.
Stay healthy and everything is okay, and that's going to be important. Is Jurglitz, like, how is he going to do it? Will he do subs? Will he get players chances? Yeah.
Just stop playing Bunny and Viv together, please. Just rotate them. Just let them be single nines, and I feel like it'll win. Like they don't need to play together. I don't want to see that. I want to see another midfielder, like a true midfielder up there in Viv's spot, and then she can come in 70 minutes and go crazy. Like
Right? Just like ball out, run as hard as you can, go into every duel as hard as she wants to.
Or you make a tactical change and you go too big up top if we need the goal.
Yes.
in the 50th minute or at halftime, you can be aggressive. But to start both of them, I think you limit your options. That's just my visual on it. But again, we got to see what he's about. We don't have a retread. We don't have a spin the block dude. We got a fresh set of eyes, fresh tactics. And again, health is the biggest indicator. That's why Gareth fell apart. His team got injured, and and then they wanted to go a different direction. Nothing really changed because they were still injured. So all the blessings this season for a top 2 finish. Let's go.
Hey. Okay. Oh, that is another week down. And at least all we can just focus on our baby blue baddies. Hopefully some success. I don't necessarily care what goes on with an international team. I will be loosely paying attention to U.S. men because, Pulisic, all the players who couldn't play in the summer, they have been called up. So was that rest that they claim they needed helpful, or are they still going to play like shit? That's what we will see.
I just want our players to be healthy. That's what matters to me. City players come back healthy.
I was saying it's kind of like City. We got a lot of injuries all of a sudden. That's Pep saying, look, we ain't playing very well. all y'all jokers is hurt, we're gonna be on a training pitch.
Yeah, all the young boys, Bob, and then 2 for England, right?
Kuzanov,
like,
Nico O'Reilly. There's a couple, that.
But of course, John Stones and Rodri are fine. So right?
Yeah. All right, my show bros. Let people know where they can find you and the things that you do. Tarek, you first.
Tarek Peterson on social media, and you can find me talking city pretty much here. Of course, this is home base, but then pretty much anybody that wants to talk city, hit me up. I come on. I ain't got no problem talking city.
He's a superstar, man. He's
I'm
here.
not that. I'm just like, hey, we need someone to come on and fill a spot. Go get that.
Someone
he's willing to do it.
Out to us on the Shades of Blue DM and was like, hey, I want to start doing more lives. Would you guys be interested in coming on? And then their next message was, this is Tarek, right? And I was like, fucking superstar, Tarek.
Hey,
You're
man,
only
that's what he
reaching out
do.
because they know of you, Tarek.
I mean, they probably see me, or not even, or probably just hurt. Because the thing that I will say about every place that I go, they always post the channel, right? They always post the channel, and they always give me a chance to shout it out. So I'm always telling people, hey, hit us up. Me and my show bros. I was talking about the live, the Thursday night lit stream, and all the different things that we do. So the kudos to those people who are like, yeah, we're gonna bring you on, and it's not about competing with what you do, but it's about giving you an additional, just an additional space and audience or whatever to be able to voice it. So if you're listening to this, then you should already be subscribed and all that stuff on YouTube to the channel. But for everybody else, if you're not, then what are you doing? Go hit them buttons.
Hey, you heard the man. Sharpie.
Hit them buttons. Find me at Sharpie Charlie. Wherever you want. I'm there. X, Blue Sky, Instagram.
And after Tarek said all that really nice, amazing things about community and the city space, I'm seeing all of you people who thought y'all were superstars trying to solo dolo, like, do your thing, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, I have a whole team of people. Oh, community. Oh, cool. When I once upon a time was reaching out and I was like, hey, you're doing a cool thing. You should come on. No, I got this. I'm doing my own thing. I'm just saying, I'm seeing the way the tides are changing. People are embracing the longer form. There are so many of you podcasts who, when we first started, you're like, oh, you guys are doing 90 minutes? That's kind of long. People like the like tight 45 that we do, the 50, 55 that we do. Now look at you. Y'all recording long than a motherfucker. I'm just saying. I see some of the changes that y'all.
All facts, no feelings. All facts over here, baby. All facts.
And he's like,
I love it. They got Crump to freeze. Damn.
They took me out.
The algorithm was like, no.
They took me out, right? Quit blowing me up. Quit hating. But after I say all that, follow us. Ask. Hey, we'd love to join you now that you're bringing people on. Bring us on. We'll chat. At Shades of Blue NW if we are on an app. At Shades of Blue NW, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, the other app X. We're everywhere. We're out there. Till then, you know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang, shady gang.